What a day of racing, especially if your surname is Yates. Adam Yates and Simon Yates riding for different teams. Adam for UAE Team Emirates and Simon for Jayco Alula. Those two riders came into the finish together, and it was Adam on top and Simon in second place. And I'm talking about the Tour de France on site here in Bilbao, northern Spain, the Basque Country, for the Grand Depart. Stage one goes to Adam Yates. His twin brother has to settle for second place. Also, with the stage victory, Adam, of course, gets the yellow jersey, the Maillot Jaune. 182 kilometers of racing out there for the first stage in this race. Started in Bilbao, near the soccer stadium, and it took off from there, headed to the coast, and what a day. They say it was the hardest opening day of the Tour de France in years, perhaps forever, and I think I agree with them. It was a crazy day out there. 5 riders escaped early on. They were finally caught. 50 kilometers to go. We had 5 categorized climbs on the day, and after those 3 were caught, there was still plenty of racing to be had. 30 kilometers to go. We're at the base of the Vivero climb, and we see Kevin Vermaak, the American rider, in his second Tour de France, on the attack. The DSM rider riding for his teammate Romain Bardet, shooting up the road. Then it was Mikkel Berg, the UAE Team Emirates rider, doing a massive pull for his team leader, 2-time Tour de France winner, Tadej Pogacar. Dylan van Baarle was there from Jumbo-Visma, but wait a second, Nilsen Powless, the American, shoots out of the bunch. Team EF Education Easy Post gets the points at the top, and because that was the highest categorized climb of the day, he gets the classification in the Maillot Pois, the polka dot jersey for Nilsen Powless. All he needed to do was finish the stage, and that's not easy. It was good fortune for Powless, but shortly thereafter, on the descent, there was a crash with his teammate, the Ecuadorian Richard Carapaz, and also another team leader of Team Movistar, Enric Mas. Both of those riders came down in this crash. Enric Mas unfortunately had to abandon the race, which now turns things over to his American teammate, Matteo Jorgensen, in the coming days. Richard Carapaz, well, he continued, but he looks banged up. We got through that valley to the base of the final climb, the Piquet Bidet, and there, whoa, UAE, they went to the front. They had Mikkel Berg on that last climb beforehand, and now it was the turn of Adam Yates to get to the front, the co-leader with Tadej Pogacar, and he lit it up on this climb, and it really reduced the numbers. All that was left was his teammate Pogacar, Jonas Vingegaard, and Victor Lefebvre, a very reduced group. Things started to come back together a little bit. We had about 6 riders off the front, and they had a massive gap on the others behind. Out of that group, Adam Yates shot free. He played his card. Pogacar, Tadej in the back, 2-time Tour de France winner, backs off a bit. Simon Yates, his twin brother, bridges up to him, and those two are free. 10 kilometers to go from the top of that climb to the finish line, and at one point they had enough time in hand. We knew they were going to be fighting for the stage win. Back behind in that group, it gained numbers. We saw Jumbo-Visma with heavy firepower. Pogacar seemed to be on his own besides his teammate up at the front. In that group with Jumbo-Visma, there was Sepp Kuss, the American. In that group also, besides the Jumbo-Visma riders, well, the Jumbo-Visma riders also included Jonas Vingegaard, defending champion, Wout van Aert. So a strong representation by Jumbo-Visma, but also there was Canadian Mike Woods in that group. Matthias Skilmos, the Danish champion from Lidl Trek, was in that group. Keep an eye out for him. It was a strong group, but that group was putting tons of time on other riders behind, and behind that included riders like Ben O'Connor. Up front in that group also was Jai Hindley. Those guys were gaining time on the riders behind. Coming into the finish, Adam Yates got the sprint over Simon. Simon just didn't seem to have the legs, and their parents were out on the course watching today. I don't know who they were rooting for. Back behind, closing in behind those guys, Tadej Pogacar takes the sprint for 3rd place and the 4 seconds bonus, 10, 6, and 4 on the finish line. That's important for Tadej Pogacar, because with those bonuses, now if we're looking at the GC, Adam Yates, Simon Yates in second. Adam has that yellow jersey. Tadej's there in 3rd. He took the white jersey on the day, and of course, remember, Nilsen Powless has that polka dot jersey. Thibaut Pinot finished 4th on the day. Canadian Mike Woods right there in 5th. Jai Hindley and others back behind importantly, Tadej Pogacar gained some time, and a lot of time, around about 25 seconds on his rivals that are further back in 15th place and further down. And we're talking about guys like Louis Meintjes, Romain Bardet, Egan Bernal, Emmanuel Buchmann, and Julian Alaphilippe, who we thought might be a stage winner today, was back in that group as well. So a hard day of racing out there, but success for Nielsen Powless, success for Tadej Pogacar, who got that third place and the bonus seconds, and he's in the white jersey, and of course success for his teammate Adam Yates, who took the stage win in the yellow jersey in the opening day of the 2023 Tour de France.